to On the Spot 947, where we sit down, we have a chat, and a little tete-a-tete with some of the biggest movers, shakers in the biz, and those who are also trying to make a name for themselves. And today we are fortunate to have with us, ta-da, Katy PERYA.
Hello everyone, it's me Katy PERYA. I am Katy PERYA's representative here in the Philippines, and I'm just here at Mel 947 to promote my latest single, which is really out now on all digital platforms like Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music. It's called Never Really Over.
And I guess being in the business of celebrating individuality and productivity, it's never really over. So, even before you've started. So, welcome to Mellow 947. Nice to have you here. This is your first time to visit Mellow?
Yeah. No. I mean, this is my second time already to visit Mellow 947.
Okay.
The last time was when I promoted my Witness studio album.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was like last 2 years ago.
Okay. All right, let's try and then speak a little bit closer to the mic so at least everyone can hear you. And they say there's always a first time for everything. And to kind of like begin, could you like take us to the moment when you first realized that you like impersonating people?
Basically, when I was young, I already knew that I want to impersonate people. I was actually a fan of fantasy TV shows,
Right.
in ABS-CBN, like Marina, Mulawin, some kind of thing.
Yeah, everything that has to do with with makeup and costuming.
Yes. And then eventually, I became an impersonator on my 16 or 20 years of age.
Okay.
And then that was the moment
Did your parents know about all this?
Yes, of course.
And they were okay with it?
Yeah, they're okay with
that's
it.
Great.
When I was 16, they were not actually in favor of what I'm doing because I'm actually getting my mom's bra, my mom's gown in order for me to make videos, and they're like, "Oh God,
It's like, Ma, please don't use your bra today because I have a
Yeah.
photo shoot. I'm using it."
And then when the time came that I have already earned, and I can pay my bills, and I can pay the debt of my parents.
Yes, and you can
then,
buy your own bra.
Yeah, I can buy my own bra and my own gown, and that's the time that they've already accepted the fact that this is my life. An
Okay.
impersonator.
They say that mimicking someone is the best form or best kind of flattery. I was wondering, what is it about the stars that you impersonate that drew you to them? Like, what is it about Katy Perry that you felt, oh, this is the next character I should be impersonating? Oh, I love Lady Gaga for what she does. I should impersonate her as well. So, what is it about them you think that drew you to them?
Well, basically, the first artist that I have impersonated is Beyonce.
Okay.
But then when I attempted to copy Beyonce, it was not really successful. People are telling me that I look like Amy Winehouse when I do Beyonce, and then
Who's also another legend when you think about it.
yeah, and it's a pleasure. That
Yeah. It's a compliment,
I look
yes.
like her. And when Lady Gaga came to the scene, she was really, really bizarre and outlandish, and she was really inspiring. And then maybe that was the reason why I want to impersonate her, because not just I look like her, but we have also the same vision, the same advocacy, the LGBT people. That was one of my advocacy. And then when Katy Perry came into the scene, I just tried to copy her face using makeup, and then suddenly I was really, really surprised that I also look like her. So Katy Perry was really easy for me to do because
Right.
we were like have the same what do you call this? We have the same likes, like childish stuff, and then her songs were really empowering. Her songs were really
or
cool.
fun-loving,
Yeah.
And if you share the same advocacy and at the same time you have the same bone structure, your work is done. 2 out of 3 is not bad, right?
Yeah.
And since we're also on the subject of perception, how you present yourself in terms of, let's say, accuracy and authenticity based on whoever it is that you are impersonating is also very important. And since it is Pride Month, so yeah, how important for you is visibility with regards to the LGBTQ community?
Well, basically, it is really important that we should have a visibility in the community,
Mm-hmm.
because we are also the same people, and we need equal rights too.
Mm-hmm.
So some says that we are salot.
Okay.
Okay, but um, what I mean to say is we are not salot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we made the world colorful.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want is just equality for everyone.
When someone comes up to you and say, you're like, sorry for the word, but you're the scourge of society, and you degenerate to, you'll never contribute anything to society. How do you respond to statements like that?
Well, at first, I'm actually hurt
Mhm.
about that statement. But maybe the best thing that you could do is just to disregard all of the negative people, and you just have to focus on your goals and your positive thinking, so that you will not be able to be distracted with those people.
Right. It's easy to be distracted these days with so many things. You've got the internet for one thing,
Yeah.
of which there are several platforms that you can, browse, consume content
And the
with.
internet has a lot of bashers too.
Yeah, that's also one thing. And we will try to stay away from those if we can. And it would be great when one day we wake up when everyone's rights are equally recognized and upheld, and there's like zero discrimination, and there's no need for tolerance when you think about it, because
Yeah.
if you have acceptance, you do not need to tolerate anyone.
And I think the Philippines will become a more progressive country.
Indeed, indeed. And of course, if we are progressive and other Asian countries find us equally progressive, then that's also a reflection of how we are as people,
Yeah.
and also as culture. So you said that you impersonated Beyonce, and now of course Katy Perry, and then Lady Gaga. Is there any other artist in the list that you've done already in the past?
I've already done Cardi B,
Okay.
Madonna, Miley Cyrus.
Oh, her album's
Azalea.
#1 at the moment, Madam X.
Yeah.
It's #1, Billboard 200.
Okay.
So yeah, so yay, hey Madonna fans.
Yes,
That-
Madonna.
yeah, me and Indy rooting for rooting for Madonna. Yes, and Queenie too.
And also, I like to invite everyone to the Metro Manila Pride March this coming Saturday.
Okay.
I'll also be performing there.
Oh wow,
So, yeah.
wonderful. This is where in?
It's actually in Marikina Sports Complex. It's actually
Okay.
an annual Pride March, and
Mhm.
every LGBT in the internet knows that.
Mhm.
And last year we have like 25,000 people
Mhm, mhm.
on the event, and we are actually hoping that this year will be more. There will be much more people that will.
Yeah, I
visit
saw
our
that they did that
event.
last year, and I think some years before also still in Marikina.
Yeah.
So what is it? Why is it in Marikina and not moving from one city to another?
Well, what I know is that they were in Marikina because way back Manila was not really that supportive with the LGBT
Okay,
community.
all right.
But I heard some news about the win of about the success. I mean, what do you call this? About the new mayor
Mhm,
of
mhm.
Manila, which is Isko
Isko,
Moreno,
yes.
and he just told on an interview that next year will be the Metro Manila Pride Festival will be held on Manila.
Okay, so it's like a bidding of sorts, eh?
Yeah.
One city gets to bid for, which is great. I would take it that while it may be, let's say, an expense for the city to incur, but the revenue and also the visibility for a particular city will go a long way, and it'll translate well, in short, not just monetary, but also to see that the city is open enough to recognize that the LGBTQ community is here to stay, and they are a thriving
Yeah.
community.
But we just have to remember that the Pride March is not actually a celebration, but it's actually a protest on our rights, because as of now, we are still struggling with fighting the social equality bill. And the reason why we gather on that kind of event is to empower and let our politicians know that we need also equal rights, just like the
Everyone
hetero
else,
people.
yeah, everyone else. Right, indeed. And I mean, these days you can write a song, you can post it online, make it trend. And since this is also, in a way, what you do, you post videos on your YouTube channel. which is the name is Lady Gagita. Is that
Yes,
it?
yes,
All right.
yes.
What do you think will be the next trend these days for blogging and vlogging?
I'm actually not focusing on my YouTube channel right now because I'm really, really busy with the outside shows,
Okay.
with the weekly shows. But I don't know what's a trend nowadays. What I know is just I do my thing. I'm not doing content for views.
Okay.
I'm just doing content because I love it.
Right.
So, to all the aspiring YouTubers out there, don't rely on the trend right now. Just do your thing, just do an original content, and then you will have a special limelight for you.
In short, be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself.
Yeah, hashtag be yourself, right? And I think we have a specific hashtag that you want to kind of like let people be knowledgeable about.
Yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to Katy Perry's new single, which is Never Really Over. And you can also tweet us on Twitter and use the hashtag Never Really Over PH. It's actually out on all digital platforms like Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music. And please don't forget to request to the DJs here on Mellow 94.7, Never Really Over. And you can also message them on Facebook and Twitter. So for more updates, please follow MCA Music on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right. And I guess, whenever you are in character, well, whether that be Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Princess Jasmine, I've seen your Princess Jasmine. It is awesome.
Thank you.
As long as you get your message across and people understand, where you're coming from and how important it is to take action, then you know that you have done your job right.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Thank you once again, Katy
Okay.
PERYA. You are most welcome to come back and see us again. Hopefully with the next album drops or the next single. Feel free to just, drop
Yes,
by.
of course.
So this has been Cash for On The Spot 947. Till the next edition, we shall be on the lookout for the next artist to, spot here on Mel 947. All hits. And we sound good. Bye for now.